What's up, y'all? Holiday time. It's a small haul to share with you guys this time. Just a couple things I picked up today. Before I jump into these, I'm like thinking, what can I ramble about real quick, just to make this longer than just going through these hauls, because that's what the fuck I do, right? Anyway, there's that Stormtrooper blaster that the bro hooked me up with. This thing's awesome. It's freaking big too. I have a storage box that I keep all my Nerf blasters in. That's not gonna fit in it, so I don't know where I'm gonna store this. For now, it's sitting right there. Still have those Lego sets that I haven't thrown together. I mean, time, you know. Speaking of Lego, if you follow on the SME Toys Instagram, I showed that I recently found not only the Avengers Endgame Lego sets, but the new Star Wars sets. Man, those things, so not long ago I was on a Lego kick, then I kind of moved past it, but I'm kind of itching again, with these. Thankfully these were clearance. And there's a reason I found the sets but didn't pick them up, because part of me wants to wait, even though I can be a little, for lack of a better term, a little looser with my money. I mean, I really shouldn't, but just for the fact that I'm working now, I can justify kind of spending on some new stuff here and there. But still, with the prices of Lego and stuff like that, it's like, as tempting as they are, yeah, I might have to wait. Like those sets, those little battle packs, I showed those recently. I wanted those when those first came out. They were like, what, $14.99? I remember when battle packs were like, I think like the very first battle packs were like less than $10, or just like $10. Now they're up to $14.99. And now you only get like 4 minifigs. I think the first ones had like 5 in there. Anyway, I wanted those ones when they first came out. But look, it wasn't really that I was consciously like itching, waiting for them to drop to clearance. It was just like, I'll wait. So, even with these Endgame ones, or especially the new Star Wars ones, which I want like probably, several times more than the Endgame sets. We'll see if I grab any of them, or just wait. Anyway, all right, let's jump into these little hauls. So first up, at Dollar Tree, which I already showed in a previous video, actually finding these, it's nothing major, but just as a little heads up, if you still want some of these. What year were these? Is there a year somewhere here? 2016, so they're a couple years old. It was like a mix of Star Wars Rebels, some Rogue One, and I believe some, was it Episode 7 still? Yeah, I think it was Episode 7 ones. For $1. If for whatever reason you kind of wanted them, but just never got them at regular price, for a damn buck, why not? I'm not 100% sure, but I think I never picked up this Leia from Rebels, so for $1, why the hell not? And then, little teeny tiny, now, I like a lot of geek gear. I go beyond just the toys, graphic tees, posters, wallets. I don't do a lot of keychains because, you only really need one keychain. And I still have the Suicide Squad keychain on my keys that I've had there for a long time. But I kind of need a new keychain because, I'm working at Rogue Toys. They recently gave me the keys to both locations, the Rogue Toys West and downtown locations. We got 2 sets of keys for those. And I didn't want to keep it on my, mix it with my keys. I want to keep them separate. So I needed a little keychain. Of course, I'm not going to throw them on just any keychain or just a key ring. I gotta do it geek style like I do. So I went to Walmart, or at Walmart, I was looking, and I knew they had some of these packed with like DVD and Blu-ray sets and stuff like that, and I did find them. But I'm like, why am I gonna spend that much when I mostly just want to get like a cool keychain? And I saw in their section they had a few the keychains alone, so I went with this Deadpool one. I know there's a lot more out there, like you can get them at Hot Topic or online. I can probably pick one I probably would have wanted more than Deadpool, even though, you know, this one's really good. Like a Harley or something like that, but, you know, for like $3 something, I figured I'd grab this guy already. So anyway, last but not least, so I finally found this exclusive, Walmart exclusive, Stormtrooper, Mimban Stormtrooper from Solo. And, you know, it's like, as much as I, you know, have kind of, I don't really like to say it this way, but switched over to 6-inch, you know, like Black Series. When it comes to Star Wars and a few other lines, I'll still always like 3 3/4 or 4-inch, modern 4-inch. That's really what these are. You know, for a few reasons. One of the biggest being that it's what I grew up on. You know, like G.I. Joe's also one of my all-time favorites. If they ever make 6-inch G.I. Joe, that'd be awesome. I'd collect the hell out of them. But I also would still collect, or at least keep my collection of 4-inch Joes if they never make new 4-inch Joes. If they did, cool. I'll collect both. Kind of like what I'm doing with Star Wars now. I'm not collecting 6-inch Black Series full on. I'm not collecting the 4-inch ones full on. You know, I'm at a point where with almost everything I collect, kind of cherry picking. I'm just, you know, really focusing on more on characters that I really like and troopers. I'm always going to be a army builder. So, cool to find these Mimban troopers. And I like how, there was actually like, now you know I do like to army build. These things, they're like 12 something, like $12.97, something like that. You know, Walmart price, I mean $12.99 if you want to keep it simple. But right now they're down to like $9.97, something like that. You know, the old me would have grabbed at least 3, maybe 6, and I think they'd had a total of 6. But I was like, you know what, right now I'm just going to go with 2, see how I like it. You know, if I want to army build more of them later, you know, if I feel like I would have a purpose to have an army of these cool Mimban Stormtroopers, I'll get them later. But one thing I really like is minor variances in like the weathering details, so that they don't look identical. It's not, I thought it would have just been some sort of printing that prints them all exactly the same. And it's mostly the same, but still there's these minor variances that still set them apart a little. So I can appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Overall, really cool Stormtrooper. And you know me, like, so we saw these in Solo, but I'm not about like recreating scenes from a movie. For whatever characters I love and troopers, I get them for my own uses, you know, like further adventures of kind of deal. So, you know, these guys aren't even going to be Mimban troopers. These are just cool stormtroopers with some cool weathering and stuff like that that'd be used on some sort of dirty ass planet or something like that. So anyway, all right, there you go. I don't know how I talked for almost 10 minutes on like 4 little items. But as always, if you've been watching this long, and I don't mean just watching through this video, but I mean sticking with me, you know, if you watch my videos regularly, you know, thanks so much. Really, I know I say this every freaking time, but I say it for a reason. I truly freaking appreciate it. I thank you. I'd give you all a hug if I could, you know, or, you know, bro fist, you know, fist pump, whatever. Now I'm just finding excuses to ramble with you guys. Anyway, all right. Thanks so much.